from downtown Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium, where Snohomish Panthers are taking on the visiting Eagles from Arlington. A 28-yard field goal by Arlington puts them up 3-0 early in that one. Hopefully we'll get you more scores. And for scores, schedules, or anything, always check out wescoathletics.com as Spencer Pettit.
Actually, that's a good play there. It gives a little squib kick.
Picked up now at the 28. Makes it up to across the 40 to the 41.
Oh, no. Another flag comes flying in.
Jake Oliver.
Sometimes that's a lot of times that's a late hit on the receiving team.
There we go. We're back there. So Jake Oliver takes it. There's another flag.
It was a late hit, on a personal foul on Shorecrest. And a lot of times you'll see that they'll, after the play is over, somebody will run in and just stick somebody because they feel like they got the open shot there.
And maybe we jinxed it talking about the refereeing and the penalties. I mean, they've done a good job tonight, but first half, Glacier Peak 5 penalties for 38 yards, Shorecrest 3 penalties for 29. You're going to add to that total here in early going in the third quarter, 9:47 left to go in this third quarter.
Well, and tonight's for sure the most penalties we've seen all year because, and not just the most, but the most refs throwing them on every play. There's like 6 flags down, it seems like, when they throw them. It's kind of like one guy sees it and they all start throwing their flags.
It's contagious.
It really is. And luckily we see it more because we don't have those blue flags.
Yeah, prostate cancer recognition night. Always tough for everybody up here in the booth to see what's going on.
It'd be real tough here with the blue field.
Yes. So as they get that sorted out, 1st and 10 for the Shorecrest Scots at their own 24. Hendricks now rolling left, doesn't see Pinka coming, and Pinka unleashes it.
Oh, come on, they throw another one. That was I think we're off.
No, we're back. I don't know what happened there.
I think they're going to call a late hit, but that looked clean to me.
They're going to call Pinka again. Hendricks had no idea. They're going to call a personal foul to the head.
Oh, they said they went to the head. Interesting.
So Josh Pinka looking up, what did I do, coach? And the Glacier Peak coach is kind of looking.
From here, it looked clean. It looked just like a wicked hit to me.
Yeah, Hendricks again on the blind.
And they're talking about it. Well, they're marking it off. Hopefully he doesn't lose track here.
I believe that's the blind side.
God, he got drilled. And we're just talking about the flags are just flying tonight.
Let them play. They are really coming out.
Let them play is right.
Trying to keep the kids safe. Again, they're down there.
That's another one I want to see that one again on replay because it didn't look like that was a dirty hit at all.
Now, almost as a violent collision as that was, I was trying to tell the story in the first half. Pre-game, I'm standing down, we're talking to the coaches. I'm not facing the players, and unbeknownst to me, a ball is coming on at torpedo speeds, and Tim Boyle, the rescuer, he puts up the paw, saves me from head injury, and knocks the ball down. It was incomplete.
It was cat-like reflexes.
It was scary cat-like influence.
That thing was
amazing.
Coming right at your noggin.
Oh my God! The sound of your hand hitting the ball, boy, that could have put me down.
You didn't know I was a ninja.
I didn't. Let's go down to Ron. Ron, what happened there?
Okay, what happened on the last play was that there was an offside penalty against Shorecrest, but they didn't call it, didn't blow the whistle. And then Carnell was called for a helmet, leading with the helmet on the block, so that's why they called the foul and forced that penalty.
Hendricks now on the left side. Thank you, Ron. I don't know if that was too staticky. A nice pickup there. We're seeing the wheels of senior Nick Hendricks. He gets a nice pickup of 5 on first down. Hendricks coming into the ball. Logan Coleman on the tackle now. 2nd and 5 at their own 29. Shorecrest fakes the handoff, takes him himself, and there's Josh Elvig again, and that big 77 in the ball game for
77. That's
It's Mason Braun, 6'4", 330 pounds.
He looks like Brandon Meebane out there.
He does. He is an absolute beast. Coach is wanting to get on the field. He's a really nice kid. Need to get a little more aggressive on the field. Good to see Braun out there. It's 3rd and 4 from the 30. Hendricks again going to take it. Oh, there's Diego finally catches up.
Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled.
The linesman saying the ball's down.
Oh.
Interesting to see where they spot this. Needed to get to...
Oh, I think they might give it... Ooh, that's going to be really close. That's going to be measurement material.
Right on the line.
See what they're going to say here. They might give him a courtesy first down.
Also out there for defense. We'll see as they do that. 34 for Glacier Peak. He's had a great season. Ian Black. Want to apologize to anybody from the Black family because we've on the roster it was Lane Black. So here we are a few games in. Ian Black had a huge defensive stop last week and even against Jackson.
They're going to say 4th and 1, I believe. Look like they backed that back up a little bit. They're saying 4th and 4 on the board, but I think it's actually 4th and 1. Or definitely.
Give him time. Scoreboard operator chiming in down on the end of the booth. He's doing a great job. 8:03 left here in the 3rd quarter.
The scoreboard, they're not supposed to hear what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's the open booth here. They can always feel bad that everybody has to put up with our nonsense.
Somebody called. Looks like somebody took a timeout on the field.
Looks like we do have a timeout, as I'm noticing. Also, young Andrew McCoy warming up as the might get some play. We heard at halftime at quarterback. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Fourth and 1 now, and they're going to punt. They're on their own 33. Aubrey Victor.
I might try a fake here.
Why not?
I mean, yeah, exactly. What do you got to
Aubrey.
lose? Oh, geez, it went backwards.
And then big Josh Elvig was down in there.
I think if I'm Shorecrest, I'm picking that up and running with it.
And Aubrey's been doing a nice job tonight. Again, a lot of youngsters. There's another sophomore on Brandon Christensen's team. He talked about the youth.
I think that's going to go in the books as a 2-yard punt.
The net.
Yeah, it looked like it went 1 yard past the first down marker.
A lot of pressure for this young Scots defense every single time.
The nice thing is it looks like Glacier Peak held up on the rush on that punt. They kind of pulled back a little bit.
It looked like Elvig was in there and had a chance, but kind of pulled back. And that one just went off the side of his foot. Brady Southard here, 1st and 10 now at the Scots 36. Trying to get the ball off to now senior Adam Johnson in the ball game.
No, I didn't see a flag come out. So were they just not ready to? Maybe they just weren't ready to start the play there.
Their officials' timeout gives you a chance to talk about our friends at our Seattle Hill Sport and Spine Physical Therapy score. Glacier Peak 45, Shorecrest 7 here. 7:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Now we're getting going. 1st and 10 at the Shorecrest 36. Fakes it now. Oh, he tries to Adam Johnson, and the ball's out. It's picked up by Brennan, and Shorecrest comes up with it once again. Multiple turnovers here for Glacier Peak, and Shorecrest is excited as they should be.
Well, and is it Brennan Johnson? Is it?
Who recovered it?
Yeah, who recovered that?
Matt Brennan.
He's been.
He's all over.
He's all over.
He's phenomenal.
And Glacier Peak does have some second stringers in, so.
Well, again,
that's part
Adam
of the
Johnson.
issue.
Yeah, Brady Southard, Adam Johnson in there for his first series. Not a clean handoff.
Negative.
Shorecrest gets life again here from their own 40. Hendricks now hands it off, but there's nowhere to go. And Joel Deathlison, number 89, who we saw in the first game against Lake Stevens, who's had to sit out for injury, he's in there, and also Diego Ayala.
That's a tackle for a loss there. I think he loses 3 yards on that.
Again, the first half total offensive output only 4 yards. The Glacier Peak defense just playing phenomenal.
They got big number 77 up there on the line, so.
Hendricks back to pass now. Joel in his face, but he moves. Now he slides wisely at the 38.
He saw several Glacier Peak players coming at him. So he gets back. He gets right back to about the line of scrimmage, which, or no, they're not even going to give him that. I don't think. I think it's going to 3rd and 11 is what they're saying.
We've already had one Shorecrest Scott go down. Kind of an awkward. It didn't look like much, but broke his leg.
Yeah.
Out there for Glacier Peak again. We'll check some numbers now. Cole McFadden on the near side, playing cornerback. Hendricks rolls to the near side, looking. 3rd and 11, gets it off. Was it caught? Yes, it was.
I don't think he can get up and run in high school.
No, he wasn't. It was a good try. Great catch.
They're saying no catch, but the receiver's pleading his case vigorously. He wants the challenge flag.
Senior Christian Golden.
He's still arguing his case.
Golden.
Usually when they're arguing that much, he probably did catch it.
We'll have to go back.
He's mad. He's going back to tell. Oh, look at him throw his helmet all over the place. Wow. Oh, and he kicked the bench over too. He's having some issues on the sideline.
Christian is senior. He feels like he caught that ball. Well,
he might have.
We'll go down to Ron. Meanwhile, 4th and 11. See if Aubrey Victor can get off a good one. Last one went off the side. Almost.
Oh, man.
Scotty Newsom was in his grill. It's a fair catch at the 28-yard line by Guffey. And let's try and go down to Ron if you had a good look to see if you caught that ball.
Well, I had a pretty good look at it, and he had his arms under it, but the ball actually slid between his arms and hit the grass. I saw a clean ball hit in the grass, so he might have thought he caught it, but Glacier Peak coaches and the referee didn't think so.
No.
Okay, Ron Henthorne, we got you there. He basically said he thought he caught it, but he did see it hit the grass.
Well, then I don't know what he was making such a big deal about.
1st and 10 from the 29. Brady hands it off to Johnson cleanly, but Johnson has absolutely zero room to run. Nice defensive stand by the Scots.
I think, I was going to say when you get up by 40, the clock just keeps running, but they're only up by, 38 right now, so that's not happening yet.
Seattle Hill Sport and Spine Physical Therapy score. Glacier Peak 45. Shorecrest Scots 7 here. 5:43 in the 3rd quarter, live from Shoreline Stadium. Brady Southard pitches it now, gets to Hines. Hines was caught in the backfield, but he escapes one more time. He's been Houdini a couple times, and he gets the first down, and they're trying to take him. They get him all the way to Scott's territory there to the 47. Austin Hines, he is just impressive every time he touches the ball.
He is, and what's really impressive about it is when he gets into the open field, he's a great little runner. Along with Kainoa Wong and several of the other players, but Hines, yeah, he can move when he gets in the open field.
23-yard pickup for Hines. 1st and 10, now in the Scots 47. Brady has to just pick it up and go from there, and the big fella's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Broken play there on the bad snap. Snap a little low for him. That would be perfect for Branson Core when Branson tends to get on his squat down a little bit, and the ball only has to be about 2 feet off the ground for Branson.
That's right. A big difference between Corwin and Brady Southard, 6'3" versus 5'7" or so.
And not only the size difference, but Brandon gets down really low.
He crouches.
And Brady doesn't quite do that.
Some new players up in the front Noah Palmolfi, the center. That handoff, good for a gain of 2. And that's Adam Johnson again. But some Burke Cuneo there on the left side. Good to see Burke playing offense. Been playing great on defense. Brendan Berg, number 55, a sophomore. So 45-7, the score of Glacier Peak up. Nice time to get some youngsters some experience, Tim.
Yep. 3rd and 8 here for the Grizzlies.
Adam Johnson still in the backfield. Brady Southard. He's going to go back to pass. He's going deep down the right sideline. It's incomplete.
I couldn't tell if he batted that out of his hands at the last second because he had his receiver. It was actually a well-thrown ball.
Trying to go to Dakota Zelmer.
It's going to be 4th and 8 and see what they do here. 45-yard line. A lot of times Rowe will go for it looks like he's going to go for it on 4th and 8. Give these players some snaps here.
Motion there by Brennicut. And Brennicut.
He actually dropped it and it bounced back up in his hands, but by that time there was a whole slew of Shorecrest players there to get him.
The green shirts gobble up Barnicut, so they'll take over on downs. And, well, where are they going to spot the ball? Again, this is this funny spotting they do here in high school football. It didn't quite get to...
it looked like he lost more than that on the play, but I guess Glacier Peak gets a favorable spot there.
They'll start on their own side of the field, 49-yard line. Fisher trying to get something going. Number 22 for Shorecrest in the backfield, only 3 carries, 6 yards. Just nothing able to get cranking here on the ground for the Scots. Some youngsters in for Glacier Peak. Fisher now the toss on the right side. Makes a nice cut up. Got some room in the secondary. And gets all the way down to the 36. Nice, biggest run of the night for Michael Fisher.
Yeah, nice little run. Kind of slippery there. He was kind of turning circles there, and no one could kind of get their hands on him.
Coming in, averaging more than 4 yards a carry with 1 touchdown for Mr. Fisher. Also want to tell you again about the Booster Club fundraiser, as Hendricks thinks about giving to Fisher, and he might want it to because he keeps it, and now he's stacked up. No gain for Hendricks.
He thought about going around the corner there, but he changed his mind, tried to go up the middle, and there was just nothing there.
3:18 left in the third quarter, 45-7. Want to let you know, come out and support Glacier Peak football on October 12th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. by test driving a Ford provided by Bickford Ford. But the fundraisers at Glacier Peak High School, the football boosters, earn $20 for each test drive. One per household, must be 18 or over. Hendricks now fakes the handoff. Quick pass to 28. Gets it on the 35, but he's pushed out of bounds, and that's Brantley Harris.
Trying a little screen pass on there, and just nothing there for him.
Brantley trying to get going as well, averaging over 15 yards a catch coming into tonight, but not having that type of success tonight. This Glacier Peak defense has been absolutely sturdy.
Defense is actually looking pretty good, even with some second and third stringers in there.
Really are. 3rd down 7 to Glacier Peak 33. Fisher in the backfield. Hendricks now looking left. Now he's going to try and go deep. Off the fingertips of Riley O'Keefe.
And Riley's not happy about that. But that would have been a tough catch. It was kind of over the shoulder. He had to turn the opposite direction and try to grab that. But it did hit him in the hands. But
well,
over the shoulder, those are tough to catch.
Brings up 4th down and 7.
You got to go for that.
Always in 4-down territory here. Hendricks coming in his senior year last year, really his first year playing varsity football. Learned a lot, Brendan Christensen telling us. Just the game has slowed down quite a bit. Big 4th down and 7. Tosses it over, and it's incomplete.
He had him. It was a good pass, but the receiver just got a little shaken there. There was a couple Glacier Peak players coming full speed at him.
Nice trying to go to Ian Prevey. And incomplete, so that'll give Glacier Peak the ball. A lot of sophomores on the roster here for Shorecrest. 2:04 left to go in the third quarter. Scott Oshman along with Tim Boyle.
Eagle Eye Cunio's hitting me on the head. I got a big lump on my head back here.
Like I almost did. Johnson breaks one. He'll get a first down and more with a nice 13-yard pickup for Adam Johnson.
Kind of right up the gut there for Adam.
Again, we have basically an entire new offensive line in for Glacier Peak. And they'll mark him down for 14 yards for Adam Johnson. Big story tonight. Branson Korn, the starting senior quarterback, out tonight. Adam gets it, but there's his good friend Brennan. And Brennan, what a great athlete here at Shorecrest.
He's definitely the star for him tonight.
And Shorecrest, I mean, they have always had very competitive, good basketball teams. They had a terrific baseball team this past year. It's hard to field a
They've had some good soccer teams,
yes,
too, if I'm not
also,
mistaken. They've gone head-to-head with GP in soccer for the last few years.
Absolutely correct, and I don't know if you can see, well, at some point, you know, you just could look at the sideline for Shorecrest.
It's depleted.
It's, yeah, and they've had some injuries again. Handoff again to Johnson. Not much, might give him a yard as the clock ticks down now, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Glacier Peak walking away in this one, 45-7. Try and get some scoring updates on that Lake Stevens game. And
I'd like to see the
Edmonds
Cascade Edmonds Woodway score if we could grab that. That's the biggest game of the night.
As Brady Southard looks over.
I think Brady would like to air it out here, but
Yeah.
they're kind of keeping him under wraps here with the score the way it is.
3rd and 9. Southard fakes it. Now he goes over to Brannicut. Brannicut again. Brennan there, right there to meet him as soon as the ball came. Nice attacking group defense there by the Scots.
Now I think you're going to see Spencer out here to punt the ball, but we're not going to get another playoff before the third quarter comes to an end here.
6 seconds, 4, and I don't think they're going to get. We're going to head to fourth quarter action here on a beautiful October night in Shoreline. We'll be back with fourth quarter. You're watching Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Fourth quarter action here from Shoreline Stadium again. Glad you're with us, STSPN.com. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle. As Glacier Peak now gets 4th and 11, and they're going to go for it. And McCoy's in there, but he cannot get rid of it. And guess who's there to meet him and greet him?
They were trying to run like a, I didn't quite see it. It was kind of like a some type of option back there.
Looked like number 30, Ian
It was like
Jensen.
it was like the wing T they were trying to run back there for a second.
McCoy trying to get it to Jensen, Ian Jensen, looked like, and God, Brennan, just an absolute
Was
beast.
he the one in on that
Oh,
one?
yeah, Brennan's everywhere. He has got an absolute GPS targeting in his, he follows the football everywhere. So good field position again for the Shorecrest Scots. As they start from the Glacier Peak 39. Fisher. He has nowhere to go and might get him one or two. Looks like Leon Elliott there first, but then big. It's hard to see anything when Mason Braun's in the picture.
He is a screen blocker, isn't he?
He really is.
Man.
Nice.
Cuneo looks like he's pretty good size in there, doesn't he?
Cuneo, what's that? He must be eating
Jeez.
bongos.
How
Cuneo,
much are they feeding that kid?
Chris Cuneo here, you like Cuneo. Now, Burke is he's learning how to cook, right? Chris, he's in the kitchen as Hendricks goes back. He's being chased.
Nice
and he
tackle.
is taken down by Joe Batista. Remember we called his name in the first weekend.
We
of play.
did. He tracked him down from quite a ways away, too.
Burke Cuneo, what's he doing? Isn't he working Sunday nights there at Mongo's in Clearview? Those Saturdays?
He's going to make the poor kid work on a Saturday night? Jeez.
He's got to earn some dough,
Man.
right, Chris?
Got to pay for gas.
Gotta pay for. He's tough. The Cuneos, I'm telling you.
They're tough. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Slave drivers.
You could never find me on a Saturday night.
3rd and 10. Just eating there. Fakes the hand up. Nice block by Fisher. Rolls right now.
Oh,
He tries
that's
to
going to be
go.
a
That
flag.
should be
Oh, look at
pass
him.
interference.
Flags from all over the place.
He was trying to go to O'Keefe and Big Nick Allen, who does play defense. He got there just a wee bit early.
And that back judge threw that flag like 33 yards from back there. That was the longest throw for Shorecrest of the night.
John, our statistician, what's the yardage on that throw?
At least 35 yards.
35 yards.
It's amazing.
He could be our Kathy Salvadolina player of the game.
Hey, what?
Give that ref a T-shirt.
Yeah, it was pretty clear that was pass interference,
Yeah.
but that ref wanted to make it real clear.
I like it. He's excited, right?
Oh,
he's,
he was.
He's into it. He's enjoying it. So big penalty moves the Scots down now the 24-yard line. Hendricks, the senior, standing tall, not able to get too much going on the ground. Fisher in the back. Fakes it, and they do the Statue of Liberty to Fisher, and Diega says, not today, baby, but a nice pickup by Fisher, nicely executed
It was
by the senior.
very well executed. They look like they've practiced that one a couple times. That was like Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl.
I have it on DVD, one of the best
That's
college
right.
football games I've ever seen in my life.
It is, and that was at like the end of the game they pulled that stunt.
A 15-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 now. Maybe, I'm sorry, a 4-yard pickup.
Seemed
Too
like
quick.
15 yards.
Hendricks rolling, and he gets pushed. Diego, now Hendricks takes it himself, and he gets by the first line marker.
I think they're going to give it. Let's see. Are they not giving them that? Oh, give him a courtesy first down.
He marked him right at the 15-yard
Wow.
line. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
I think at 45-7, I'd give him that extra inch.
Good to see, though. You could see a little of Hendricks' athleticism as he got outside the pocket. Coach Brendan Christian must have heard your comments in the first half.
What was my comment?
Coach Boyle, you wanted to see Hendrickson get outside a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Fisher through the gut. Saving tackle by Elliott, and he'll get down to the 5. Michael Fisher.
Great little run up the middle by Fisher. Fisher's got some wheels on him.
He does. Nice player. Now 1st and goal at the 4. Fisher in the backfield one more time. They're going to fake it to him. Rolling out. Hendricks. Corner. Touchdown, Shorecrest.
Nice little play.
4-yard pickup to the corner pocket. Nick Hendrickson. Getting 13 now on the board if they make the extra point. It was a very nice play by Nick Hendrickson, or Hendricks. Good to see him get in the end zone. Torsen, Etchide, the kicker that holds down. It's up and it's good. Our Seattle Hill Physical Therapy scored. Glacier Peak 45, Shorecrest 14 with 9:25 left to go.
It's a new ball game.
Almost new. Previously owned, I'd like to say.
Glacier Peak's going to get their varsity team back in now.
Yeah, no,
Just kidding.
No, not at all. We'll step aside here for just a second. You're enjoying Glacier Peak football only here on the streaming sports network of STSPN.com. We'll be back right after this. Couple scores want to update you here. 9:25 left in this one, but Mount Vernon, Lake Stevens tightening up. Mount Vernon 21, Lake Stevens 20.
That sounds a little more like it, Scott.
Mount Vernon defense stiffening up, and
not.
Stevens going to try a field goal as the ball is kicked off here at the Shorecrest.
That's going to be a flag for kicking it out of bounds.
There it is. He casually pulled that one
Yeah,
out.
he didn't even throw it. He just kind of like took it out and set it on the ground.
Another game's Marysville Pilchuck, Austin Joyner, one of the most heralded running backs in the state, if not the region and country. 5 touchdowns tonight. They're putting it on Getchell 36-6.
The reason you want to hear about that is because Glacier Peak is likely on collision course with Marysville Pilchuck. They obviously have to get by Meadowdale's probably going to be their biggest challenge, but it could be a rematch of last year's shootout.
Yeah, it's boy, they are really good. Luton,
I wonder if they're better than they were last year is the question, because last year they had, was it Walker and Joyner? They had two superstar running backs.
Over 1,000-yard rushers.
They were like
averages.
2,000. One of them had like 2,000 yards, but Glacier Peak really struggled with that, with having 2 superstars back there. Here comes Spencer Pettit into the ball game.
Spencer doing it all tonight. The weapon. Quarterback for Glacier Peak, McCoy now, and he fumbles. And Shorecrest looks like they have the ball.
And McCoy's having a tough time. Is that the second fumble he's had tonight?
I think so. He had one to, no, Brady Souther had one to Adam Johnson. I think Andrew Hershey was in it. Not sure who was the running back actually of that. I saw 18 Andrew Hershey. As they sort that out, let's talk a little bit now. Shorecrest next week faces Shorewood here.
It's kind of their rivalry game, right?
Rivalry game, and then next week, downtown Snohomish, a 7 p.m. start, 6:45 pregame right here on STSPN. It's Glacier Peak welcoming in Bothell.
Welcoming might be a strong word for that. I think there's a real revenge factor going on there.
We'll talk more about that. Now, again, the Shorecrest Scots in business once again. New player in at running back. And he bumbles all the way up. Nice 5-yard gain for number 30, Owen Donnelly. A sophomore, 5'7", 130. Nice pickup.
Yeah, Bothell, they obviously put the hurt on Glacier Peak last year. Glacier Peak looked like they were going to be in it for a couple drives, and then all of a sudden, it got out of hand in a hurry last year.
Very disappointing outing and performance by the Grizzlies. Pop Keeney Stadium. Couple Scots in motion now. Hendricks now ready. Takes it. He pitches in a bad pitch. Ball's on the ground.
I think Glacier Peak recovered, it looks like, from here. And they do. And it's number 40.
40. Look to your rosters, ladies and gentlemen. That's Izzy Anderson, the 6'1 junior.
Hey, let me tell you something. When you get in as a second stringer, you got to make plays like that.
With 8:29 left.
He's happy. He's jumping around down there.
That's outstanding. I'm happy for him.
I am too. You love to see kids like that make a big play when they get in. You gotta seize the moment when you get in there.
Get out your voting brackets, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now to start thinking about our Kathy Salvalina Windermere Real Estate Player of the Game. And that was Andrew Hershey with the handoff and a nice carry for Andrew.
Andrew Hershey, and we had his brother a couple years ago was in on a lot of plays his senior year when we were calling the games.
Hershey family, a lot of great athletes, great family around the area in the Glacier Peak community. So Tim, right now, if you had to call the leaderboard, who's up there in your mind for our player of the game?
Oh, I think Brady with the 3 TDs and the 245 yards. I'd have to give it to him.
What about the thief?
Yeah, you're right. It's a tough one. It's a tough call.
Hershey again with the carry. He's going to get close, but just a yard or so shy of the first down marker. Bring up 3rd and 1. So Brady, it's hard. I'm not going to argue with you. He's been incredible.
15 attempts, 9 completions.
9 completions, 9 of 15, 245, 3 touchdowns, 2 INTs, but didn't hurt him. And in for quarterback, and that's Andrew McCoy. He takes it on the left side. He's got
I think he fumbled it again. I saw the way he was carrying that ball. It looked like he was set up to fumble that, and the guy came from behind and tackled him. Luckily, he fumbled that out of bounds.
So many teaching moments here today.
Boy, he's got to figure out. He's got to figure something out on holding that ball.
Ron, what do you think about Brady Southard as our player of the game?
I think Brady Southard's done a great job down here, and he looks like a pretty good prospect for player of the game to me, guys. What do you think?
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron. We're thinking of Brady Southard as well. That's the top of the leaderboard right now. 7:06 left to go in the game. Glacier Peak up 45-14. McCoy hands it off again to Hershey. Hershey this time met by the green wall of the Scots, and it might get him back to the line of scrimmage. But talking again about the Bothell game, we talk about in Wesco playing those big Kinko teams. The Bothell, they got Bowers, the preeminent quarterback, one of the top in the state and in the region, getting some already recruiting looks. He was a sophomore last year.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, I say it all the time that, 3A is just as competitive as 4A. You got Bellevue that wins every year, but sometimes it's not. Bothell's one of those premier 4A programs, and Glacier Peak just wasn't up to the challenge last year. Now, this year we get them at home. Glacier Peak's a different team at home, but they're going to have their hands full next week. It's definitely going to be the toughest game, without a doubt, they're going to face so far this year, and probably in the regular season.
Yeah, and Bothell, you can say they lost some big seniors, but it doesn't matter in Bothell. They just rebuild, reload, relaunch. Flags flying now as McCoy takes it to the sideline, trying to get his first varsity touchdown. Touchdown, Glacier Peak, Andrew McCoy, but it's coming back.
I think it's coming back. That's why the refs are... Oh, yeah. I think it was... would they say false start on that? I didn't quite see what he... It's definitely against Glacier Peak, though.
Young Andrew McCoy, the sophomore. Boy, he wanted that one.
was a good run. Great run. And he held on to it.
McCoy's going to try again. Glacier Peak up big here, 5:44 left, 45-14. Stay tuned after. We'll get a word with Coach Rowe and our Kathy Salvadolina Windermere Realty post-game show and our player of the game. McCoy going to start over now. Fakes the handoff, looks to pitch, but he is met in the back.
Oh, he stayed on his feet.
McCoy on his feet. Now he drives the pile to pick up 3 or 4.
Is there a fumble again? I think they fumble. I think there was a fumble again. Oh, there's a flag too. Somebody's got a late hit in there where that flag came flying. See what they're going to call. My guess is that's going on Shorecrest.
Was it now they're not saying Shorecrest possession.
No, I think it's Glacier Peak's possession.
Now, one thing we were talking about on defense, Kruk, the assistant coach, was calling all the defensive plays tonight, and he was already talking trash.
Oh yeah, he was